So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the wired baskets. So I'm going to select my rectangle tool, click on the origin, and create a rectangle. I'm going to add a size to mine in the corner by typing 2 quotation, comma, 2 quotation, return. That's why it just got a little bit smaller. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. I'm going to push-pull my square into a cube going up 2 inches. Okay, and I'm pressing return. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is select a line tool. Then I'm going to drag out from the corner, and I'm going to type in 2, I don't know, 0.5 inches. The length of that line is less important. Okay. In the directions, it does ask you to make this cube a component. So I'm going to select just the cube, not the line. And I'm going to say make a component. I'm just going to give it a name, box, and press create. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is use my rotate tool. I'm going to select my rotate tool. Coming down here to the end of the line, I'm going to click to place it. And it'll say at endpoint. I'm going to click, and now I'm going to drag. I'm not holding down the mouse button, I'm just moving the mouse, that dot to the corner of the cube, and I'm going to click, and you'll notice it pulls away the original, but I want to make a copy. To make a copy, I'm going to press the Option key, and you can see that now I have 2. It tells me in the lower right corner what the angle is, and I'm going to type in 360 and press return, because I want it to go into a circle. Now there are 2 cubes right there, but you can only see 1. So what I'm going to do now is divide out the space between all of them. So what I'm going to do is type in how many copies I want. In the instructions, it tells you that it tells you to use 10 copies. So I'm going to say type in 10 and then divide by. And I'm going to press return. I can see from here they're overlapping a little bit, but not very much. So I might want some more. Okay. I might want 12 copies. 12 divided by, and I'm going to press return. Okay, the trick to doing that is you have to do it right away. So now I can see that these are all overlapping, and they look like they do in the packet. So I'm going to select the erase tool, erase this little line. Remember, there's 2 boxes right here, my original, so I'm going to delete one of them. If I delete the other one, it goes away. Apple Z, undo. All right. So the next thing it asks me to do is to hide these other components. So you should be able to open one, and the rest of them will hide. You can see in this instance they're dimming. If you go up to Window, Model Info, you can say hide the other components when you open one to work with. Okay? So again, when I click off of it, they come back. So I didn't delete them, I'm just hiding them. And I can click off of it. All right. The next step says to open the original component, select it all. I can see that all 4 sides, or excuse me, all the sides of the cube are selected. And now what it wants me to do is intersect the faces with the model. What that means is anywhere this cube touches this cube or this cube touches the original, it'll create lines where they overlap. For example, I select it, right click, intersect faces with the model. And you can see now I have these little lines on the side here and on the other side. In the instructions it says on this side here, draw a line from the top edge to the top edge, and then you can push down this side over here, and if I closed it you could see kind of like this is what it looked like. There's one more thing we want to do. Erase these 2 lines right there. Okay? Alright. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a line or a tube that kind of connects from the outside from here, arcing over to this one over here. Okay, so what this will look like, I'm going to create a circle. Let me reconnect. I'm going to use my circle tool. Oh, I got to open this component. Using my circle tool, I'm just going to randomly select some part where I think it's in the center. and just draw a circle. I'm going to do a 1/4 inch. And if I click off of it, you can see that that circle then went to the rest of the components. The next step is to use the arc tool. And here's the trick to finding the center. If you just kind of like go into it, it might not go to the center, but if you touch the outside of the circle and then go to the inside, it'll say center. Oh, but I do need to see the other side. So I'm going to go Window, Model Info. Unhide the other ones because I need to draw that arc from the center to the center. So I pause right here at the edge, going in, rotate above or below so you can see how far out you want to do a half circle. Now you can see that half circles got created, all of them. The next thing you're going to use is, and this is you're going to use the Follow Me tool again. Okay, and before I use that, I have to click on the arc, then click the Follow Me, and then click on the circle. When you do that, the tubes will connect on all the rest of them because it's just copying the component. Okay. All right. Same thing. You're going to draw a circle to make the wires in the top. Click on the corner. Again, I'm going to use 1/4 inch because that's what I use on the side. And then I'm going to use my arc tool. I'm going to click in the center of that circle, pause at the outside of the circle edge, and then go to the inside, click, okay, and then drag across to the next one, to the far corner here, and try to stay inside so I'm kind of coming up to get a half circle. There it is, half circle. It took a little bit to find it, and I click. I'm going to select that arc, and then with the Follow Me tool, I'm going to click on the little circle, and now it arcs up and around to the others. Okay? And now what's left is to color it. If you color outside of the component, with the component closed, you'll color each one individually. Okay? You can see because the component's closed, each one's coloring individually. If I open a component, and then select the color, this one is the one that's open, you can see the top edge of all of them just turned green because it's the components are copies of each other. If I select this arc as well, and click on the pink one, because that's the open one, you can see they all take over that color because I'm editing the component rather than the individual one. Okay, and the instructions, it does ask you to color your components individually. So you want to close the component and then color them outside. Okay, I hope this helps. The wired baskets.